Visit the 5 most beautiful villages in Cinque Terre, Italy. Not many places in Italy could be more memorable than Cinque Terre. Cinque Terre, which means 5 lands, of course, consists of 5 beautiful villages. The villages are approximately 99 miles from Florence and make a wonderful destination. This land isn't just a piece of heaven on earth, but has well been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful parts of Italy. A visit to even one of its villages will prove it true. 5 hamlets are set amid a rugged coastline in northwest Italy. The 5 towns are situated on top of high cliffs with views over the Mediterranean. This view is breathtaking. Many towns can be reached only by train. Since cars are not allowed in older parts of these towns, comfortable walking shoes are essential. The area retains its old charm, and the farmers still work on their steep land plots as they did hundreds of years ago. The Cinque Terre is a place where you can explore the villages and walk the trails. A lot of tourists focus on finding a beach in Cinque Terre, and we can understand why. Although it is not known for its beaches, there are many good spots to swim and enjoy the sun. Visits to the Cinque Terre villages are not only good for your body, but also for fulfilling your soul. Now you probably want to know what are these 5 villages of Cinque Terre that everyone raves about and encourage you to add to your travel bucket list. Let's get to it. 5. Rio Maggiore. Rio Maggiore, located at the eastern end of Cinque Terre, is the most accessible. Telemaco Signorini, an Italian artist of the 19th century, often stayed here. His paintings brought first attention to the village and made it one of 5 discovered by tourists. Rio Maggiore is the southernmost Cinque Terre town and has lots to offer. This exclamation is triggered by the sight of houses perched on steep hills. It is well known for its historical buildings and its local wines. Rio Maggiore is home to a small beach as well as many shops and restaurants. The Via dell'Amore is a popular tourist activity. However, visitors shouldn't miss the Church of San Giovanni Battista. This medieval church, which is perched on a hillside, is a beautiful place to visit. Photographers and artists still flock to this village that is nestled between 2 steep headlands. The views from the castle, as from any other height in the Cinque Terre, are breathtaking. 4. Manarola. Take a seat at one of the small restaurants on the piazza to enjoy freshly caught seafood and an amazing view over the tiny harbor. Manarola, like the other Cinque Terre villages, is perched on a cliff with a view of the Mediterranean. It is also the 2nd smallest town in the group and is also the oldest. Manarola is perched on a rock. It is a fishing village that does not have a beach. Manarola has the same narrow stone streets as its colorful, charming buildings. Manarola, a fishing village, is well known for its wine production. The Romans even wrote about it. Manarola is an ideal place for hikers. They can walk to Rio Maggiore or the hills and vineyards. The village's single street is the only one. Boats must be pulled up using a cable. Visitors are invited to enjoy this unique atmosphere. The church is surrounded by a freestanding bell tower and a watchtower from the 16th century. Even though few tourists visit it, in December and January, lamps and figures illuminate the hillside surrounding the church, with what could be Italy's largest Christmas illumination. 3. Cornelia. Cornelia is smaller and more peaceful than the other towns, yet it's just as charming. Cornelia is perched on a rock, surrounded by the ocean and on 3 sides by vineyards. Cornelia, the only Cinque Terre town without a harbor, stands over 182 meters above sea level. Cornelia is a stunning viewpoint of the Mediterranean from its position on top of a cliff that plunges into the sea. It is surrounded by vineyards. You can reach it by climbing 382 steps. However, buses may sometimes be available. Visitors arriving by train from other places must climb up, not descend, to enjoy the stunning views of the Mediterranean. The Church of San Pietro can be found at the top of over 300 steps. It's a fine example of the local Gothic style, built in the early 1300s. The interior is painted as well as the altarpiece. Cornelia has the same narrow streets as other Cinque Terre towns and the same charming buildings. Apart from the colorful homes and the Genoese fortifications, the main historical artifact is the 16th century Genoese fortifications. 2. Vernazza. Vernazza, which was named Cinque Terre's most picturesque town after 2011's devastating flooding and mudslides, has now regained its reputation. The charm of this small fishing village is evident. It is a charming fishing village. Vernazza is a good place to stop for a spot of lunch. This is the most beautiful of the 5 villages. It lies on a narrow, steep street between rocky cliffs. The colorful houses seem to be stacked on top of each other. The entire area spills into a charming little piazza. Below it, small boats can be seen bobbing in the Rock Harbor Basin. This picturesque village is perched on a cliff that overlooks the Mediterranean Sea. You can explore the area on foot as cars are not permitted on the narrow streets marked with many steps. The hike between Vernazza and Monterosso al Mare takes approximately 90 minutes. Vernazza celebrates the Feast of Saint Margherita every July 20th with fireworks and a celebration. 1. Monterosso al Mare. Monterosso al Mare is the largest of all 5 towns. Although it is not as photogenic, it has the most extensive beach. Monterosso al Mare, a village located on the northwest coast, has the best Cinque Terre beaches. Monterosso is home to the best Cinque Terre beaches, as well as the most wine shops and artisan shops. It also has the most restaurants, hotels, and wine shops. It is divided into Old Town and New Town, which are connected by a tunnel that is mainly used by pedestrians. If you don't have the nerve to navigate narrow, steep, and winding roads, trains are the best way to get there. Visitors will want to try the white wines, olives, and lemons that this village is famous for. The medieval Torre Aurora is located on a cliff above the sea. It was built to defend the town against frequent pirate attacks. The sanctuary offers simple local meals to hikers and pilgrims. There are many things to do in the Ligurian Sea other than the sun and swimming. Enjoy the stunning sunsets of the coast on a Cinque Terre sunset boat tour starting from Monterosso. You will be sailing under the soaring rock cliffs and taking photos from the water. It is typical for a coastal town that there is always hustle and bustle along the promenade. The village becomes calmer in the afternoon when the shadows are longer and most day trippers are returning to the station. Cinque Terre has something for everyone. You can also relax on any of the small beaches to soothe the soul, or take a ride on a wine train to the top to view the smaller vineyards, which are just as beautiful as the huge Bordeaux vineyards in France. You will enjoy the chance to cliff dive in the deep water of Italy if you are an adventure lover. It is an exhausting, long, and crazy journey, with the highlights being these beautiful, tiny villages in Italy. The breathtaking beauty of Cinque Terre is perfectly complemented by Italian hospitality, which makes you feel at home and welcomes you with open arms.